this mic, Alyssa. That's conveniently placed over here by the piano, so I don't have to move that far. Good evening, thank you all for coming out. We are the 2022-2023 OG High School Jazz Band. This group is allowed to pick its name every year, and so this year we are REVERB. So here we are. First up, we got Mr. Blue Sky. Thank you. Mr. Blue Sky are featuring a couple soloists, Inkrott on trumpet and Alyssa Young on tenor sax. Here we go. So I know it's a little unusual to clap in the middle of a song, but for jazz band, totally allowed. Please do feel free to clap after individuals have finished their solos. And band, don't let that confuse you. One more round of applause for Alyssa Young and Inkrott on that one. And we've already forgot our stage direction. Elena. This one's a fun little power ballad type piece I found randomly browsing the internet. It's a nice one. We played this at the OG Talent Show all the way, was that last fall? December? Basically fall. There's 2 seasons, fall and spring. Or the classic Ohio joke, there's winter, more winter, even more winter, construction. At least that's the one I've heard. Anyway, this is After the Rain featuring Megan Welch on trumpet and Elena Verhoff on alto sax. Here we go. One more round of applause for those 2 soloists on that one. We're going to go ahead and take a quick second here and recognize all of our students that are in jazz band on secondary instruments. There's a lot of us in here. A lot of, we don't have clarinets, we don't have flutes, we don't have French horns or a bunch of euphonium. Yes, thank you, Mr. Euphonium. Or tuba. Yes, okay, we get it. Please, saxes, stand up, and brass, wave if you're on a secondary instrument tonight. So on top of everything else that goes into band, these students have learned a second instrument on top of it all, and there's a lot that goes into that, a lot of extra practice, and they've done a great job to be able to put on this tonight. Thank you all, students. You can sit down now. Jazz is very informal, guys. We're still in the cabaret mindset. We gotta, yeah, that's the spirit. Anyway, here's some cheesecake. And a round of applause for Alyssa Young on tenor sax on that one. Another feature piece here. Got Megan Welch coming back up on Flugelhorn this time, which is a fun name for an instrument. This one's called Round Midnight. Originally written by Cootie Williams and Thelonious Monk, very well known names in the jazz world. Here we go. One, two, three. now it's time for something completely different. If you've looked at the program, you might have noticed the composer's name on this one. And I don't normally talk that much at these concerts, but I feel like I need to justify myself a little bit, and I don't know if it's going to make me look worse or make me look better. We'll find out. So you might have noticed that this next one was written by me, and it's entitled Pizza Jam Part 1. Yes, there is a Part 2. We're not playing Part 2, though. How do I even start this? So, in college, that's a good way to start it. In college, let's justify it as being that I was in the Art Scholars program at Ohio State, and we had to do a second-year project, and that second-year project could be a number of things. It could be working an art job for a summer, doing some sort of internship, working at a museum, working at an art gallery. It could be just doing some, like a small research project on something art-related, or one of the options was creating a work of art. And as a musician, I'm like, what if I made an album? And at an earlier Art Scholar session, we had to make storyboards where we kind of come up with a story. And our story was about a giant piece of sentient pizza that laid waste to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, amongst other escapades. It's Ohio State. Of course it's Tuscaloosa. At that time, anyway. Now it would probably be Clemson, but that's a different story. And so this album was born, The Ballad of Pizilla, Destroyer of Worlds. The album is on SoundCloud. If you are so curious, most of the students up here have listened to the majority of it. It's an annual tradition now in music theory that during a couple of the last days of class, we listen through the album in its entirety and talk about all the nice music theory things that are involved, even though it is an album about sentient pizza. Anyway, this section in particular is the oldest thing I've ever written. I originally wrote this, I don't know what you'd want to call it, riff, theme, whatever. I originally wrote this when I was in middle school, so quite a while ago now, and then I turned it into what it currently is. We're going to use this as a bit of an excuse to improvise a little bit, because that's what you do in the jazz world, and we don't do a lot of that here. Most of our solos are written out. However, all the solos you're going to be hearing in here, we've got 6 soloists. Once we hit the solo section, all of our soloists are improvising and have not played these solos before, so they're just figuring it out as they go. So, who knows what's going to happen? It's part of the fun. Like my pedal constantly moving away from me. Anyway, here we go. Here is Pizza Jam, Part 1. 1, 2, 3. trumpet, Anthony Kahle, also trumpet, Elena Verhoff, alto sax, Juaquin Sandoval, trombone, and Lucas Bredberg here on drum set. Nice job. Couple more, and now it's time to bring out the big boy. So if you can't tell, this is a large saxophone. This is a Bari sax, this is Samuel Langhals, and we are playing Out Back of the Barn. It's Sam Langhals there on the Bari sax. We got one more for you. And this one always made me sweat conducting it, and it is hot on this stage, so I imagine we're all going to have a similar experience here on this one. We're going to close with an arrangement of Tower of Powers, What is Hip? We got a few soloists on this one. Elena Verhoff, alto sax, Will Inkrott, trumpet, Juaquin, Sandoval, trombone. Thank you all for coming out. Let's jam. What? Oh yeah, get the mic. Good question. I'd play the Jeopardy theme, but I don't know it off the top of my head. Now let's jam. Here we go. What's up?
That was most of mine, let me tell you.